Hello, my name is Ömer. In this short tutorial, I'm going to be talking about the orders in Shopware 6. In the next couple of minutes, I will show you how you can place an order manually when you receive a call from a customer, how you can organize and filter the orders in administration, and how an order can be fulfilled in the storefront. When I click Overview under Orders up here, it will take me to the orders menu in administration. Currently, as you can see, there are no orders yet because I haven't set up any orders. So imagine a customer called you and wants to place an order over the phone. So to do this, we click up here, Add Order, which will take us to the New Order screen. On the top, we have the possibility to select one of the existing customers on the menu or create a new customer by clicking on Add New Customer button. For this order, I'm going to add a new customer by clicking the button up here. First, in this form, I'm asked whether this is going to be a guest account or a normal account. In the guest account, I don't have to enter a password for the customer, but in the normal account, the customer has the possibility to log into his portal in the storefront and see his orders. So I will start with the salutation up here and then select the first name and the last name is test and as email address, and also define a password for him. Below I have the option to enter the date of birth for the customer, and on the left hand side, if it is a company account, I can enter the VAT registration number up here. Below I have to assign this customer to one of the existing customer groups, and on the right hand side I see the sales channel field. This field lets us assign the customer to one of our sales channels and thus determines how far he or she sees the storefront and which products he gets. So I will go ahead and select one of the sales channels from the list, and below I have to assign a default payment method for this customer. As you can see, the customer number is automatically assigned for this customer according to the number ranges defined in the settings in administration. However, you can add another number range for a particular sales channel or put an individual manual number in spite of the number range here. At the bottom, I see the text field, which allows us to assign various keywords to the customer, which can be useful in listings, product streams, or rule builder to allow further nesting within a customer group. In order to be able to save these settings, I have to fill out the billing address also, so I will move on to the next tab. Since the billing address information can be different from the customer details itself, I have to make sure that all the mandatory fields are fulfilled in this form properly. So I will type the information now for the billing address, for the first name and last name, and street information as well, and enter a postal code for the billing address, enter a test information, and select the country from the list. So all the information is carried to the storefront. Once all the necessary information is filled out here, I can move on to the next tab, shipping address. As you can see, it's by default selected as same as the billing address. But in case the customer has a separate contact details or a different phone number for the shipping address, you can remove this selection and enter individually the phone number and the other information accordingly. So by clicking on Save Done here, the customer is saved and pre-selected for this order. I have the possibility here to change the order language, currency, payment method, and shipping method. The customer just told me over the phone that he wants to pay in advance, so I change the payment method to paid in advance. I'm fulfilling an order here in admin, but keep in mind that all rules, settings, and combinations apply here as well as it is in the storefront and verified in the background. In case there is a mismatch, we get an indication warning up here that there is something wrong with the rules or settings. As I'm ready with the settings, I'll go ahead and add a product for this order by clicking the Add Product button down here. When I double click on the item name field, I can select the product from the list by hovering over it and see the different variants for the product, or else type the name for the product and also hover over it to see the variants information. When I select the product from the list, it's displayed under the items list with a blue highlight underscored. So all the information are adjusted here, like shipping cost and the VAT information for the product. And keep in mind, if there were some advanced prices information defined for this product, it would be also valid here in the administration order. So what I can do here is to disable automatic promotions that are defined under marketing and promotions. Otherwise, all the discounts and promotions would be applied here for the manual order as well as in the storefront order. In the next step, I will save the order by clicking the button here, Save Order. So I get the question that if I want to remind the customer to pay with the order paid in advance. So when I click on Remind, the customer will get a confirmation about the payment method that he has told me over the phone that he wants to proceed with the PayPal. Unless it's supported or not, he has to contact the payment provider. So the order is now saved. So now let's have a look how it looks like in the orders overview. So from the menu I select under orders overview and I see my order with the order number and next to it as an additional information manual order, since we fulfilled this order in the administration manually. Under the payment status it states reminded, as we selected to remind the customer via email about the payment method. So let's see how the filtering options work now. When I click on the filters icon on the right hand side under orders overview, I get a list of options for filtering. It's possible to filter the orders here in terms of these options. For example, if I want to see the orders with no documents generated, I can use the documents option here. I can select no documents assigned to see the orders with no documents, or to see the orders at least one document assigned. If I go further down, I can see the other options as well, like payment method, shipping method, sales channel, billing country, which speaks them for themselves, and obvious for filtering. It's also possible to use the text and do a fine listing for the orders and filtering. I can also use the products options filtering to see certain orders with certain products in it. Let's place an order now in the storefront. I'm logged in as the customer that we have created for the manual order that we did in the administration before. So I proceed with add to shopping cart, proceed to checkout, and see the information that I already entered for the customer here as billing address and pre-selected payment method. When I accept the general terms and conditions, I can submit the order. The next steps we will check in the admin area. As you can see, the newly fulfilled order in the storefront is listed here on the top of the list on the order overview. Of course, without a notification of manual order, as this is placed in the storefront. So I click on the number to open the order and get a similar message as before. It's possible here to change the payment status, delivery status, and order status of the order. I will proceed and change the payment status, for example, to fully paid by selecting paid from the list. And I've been asked if I want to send a notification to customer via email to notify him about the status of the order. Have the possibility also here to send them as attachment the documents generated already in the order. I can also select not to send any notification to the customer and update the status itself. By clicking update status, as you can see, the payment status is changed to paid. When I click again on the menu, I can see that some of the status are grayed out. This means that Shopware makes sure that interchangeable between the statuses are made logically. For instance, you cannot change a fully paid order status to a partially paid status. But of course, you can refund partially or fully, or cancel the payment. It's possible to change the delivered status and order status as well. I can select one of the options available here in the list and change the status accordingly. In order to edit the order in general, I click on the edit button up here. For example, when I get a call from the customer and he provides me with a separate number regarding transport, I can enter the phone number here. Up here, I have the possibility to select one of the tags in the list to be assigned to this order, or add a new one and assign it to the order. I can use these tags in the overview list of the orders for filtering options. As further editing, we have the possibility to add a tracking number for the order. This information can be shared with the customer via email. It's also possible to add additional products to the list if the customer notifies us and wants to add some more products to the order. Once all the editing is done, we should save the order by clicking the Save button up here. At the end of this tutorial, we are going to see how we can generate a document within the order. As we received all the payment from the customer, we can proceed with generating an invoice or a delivery note. In order to do this, I scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Create New Document. It's possible here to generate a delivery note or an invoice. For now, I'll proceed with the invoice. The number here for the invoice is assigned automatically according to the number ranges defined in the settings in administration. I can also set an individual or manual number here. I can set the date for the invoice, and below I can select uploading a custom document when you're using a separate invoice system like an ERP that is not generated by Shopware. At the bottom, I have the possibility to add a comment for the customer as a notification, and before generating the document, I can preview it by clicking the preview button up here. As you can see, the invoice number is displayed here, and the information that we received from the customer is printed on top of on the left corner. The items are listed and the shipping costs as well. As you can see at the bottom, the comment is printed as well. If everything seems okay in the preview, I can proceed with generating the document by clicking on the Create button down here. Now it's saved in the order and I can see it listed under the Documents tab. It's not sent yet to the customer because I chose not to notify the customer as the status update. Furthermore, I can create new documents like another invoice or delivery note or cancellation invoice on a bill for this invoice.